In my pocket spot, yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart, no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break you in, then break you out. In the end, we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. Here with Misty, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. What's up, everybody? Coach Derek here. 24.1 is released. If you watched the open announcement, you have an idea of what's about to go down. We are, as coaches and an affiliate owner, I'm pumped about this one. Space-wise, there's not a lot of craziness going on. No taping, no measuring. It's just blow and go, right?
Yeah.
So we're excited for 24.1. Can't wait to have you guys out on Saturday. So make sure you show up in your Texan theme. Make sure you come for 8 a.m. Pre-workout with Green Jay, Dr. Austin and his team. Get you prepped and ready. We're gonna need some low back work on this one. So hopefully he has some good stuff for us. But
yeah.
Coach Derek's gonna go over the workouts.
Cool.
We'll give you some goals.
All right, yeah, so for the first workout of the 2024 Open, we have 4-time 21 dumbbell snatches on one arm, 21 burpees over dumbbell, 21 snatches over the other, or with the other arm, 21 burpees over dumbbell, and then you will continue that pattern for 15, and then for 9. Okay, so 21, 15, 9, you're doing 2 sets of snatches and 2 sets of burpees each time. RX, and they were kind to us. I know that they made a comment about it. The RX weight is 50-35 for dumbbell. Scale is 35-20. Masters 35-20, and then master scale is 20 and 10. So a little bit of variety in dumbbell weights, but yeah. And then let's go talk about those goals, man.
So yeah, those are the weights. Let's talk about goals. Coach Derek, you know his programming, you know his stimulus, you know his the way he's thinking in terms of time domain. So he's set a goal for us of less than 12 minutes, which honestly, if you watched the Open, you saw that the elite were in that 6 to 7.5 minute range, right? So typically whenever we see for time stuff like this, for the average person, you double that time, and that's typically what our times are going to be. So looking at that, that's actually not an unrealistic goal. The majority of this work is going to be in those first 21s. So once you get past those, you'll be fine. So looking at the RPE, we're looking at an RPE 8 here. We've been doing several workouts throughout the last few weeks, working at that higher heart rate, all out. I wouldn't say super sprinty, but with that high heart rate and maintaining. Look for that. And then our last goal on here is, as we know, for most of us, the burpees, this is a burpee workout. The snatches are there to just kind of piss you off a little bit. They will be hard, not saying they aren't, but the goal for those snatches is to stay unbroken. We want to make sure that we're consistent on the burpees, and the only way we can stay consistent and slow and smooth on the burpees is if we go unbroken on those snatches, right?
Good. So, yeah. So let's talk about those burpees, okay? Since literally half of your reps are burpees, but majority of that time is going to be spent on those burpees. We want to make sure that we stay smooth, and smooth is fast. So not rushing those, not panicking with them, just staying smooth, finding a rhythm and going. You want to stay low. Now, generally when we do burpees over something, it's a box, it's a bar, you got a high jump, you got to get up and over it. So with the dumbbell, low clearance, meaning that we don't have to get as high with our legs or hips. And then we want to watch our footwork, okay? We do have to make sure to get a proper rep. We have to make sure that both those feet clear over that dumbbell in some form or fashion. And we don't want to be making extra steps that are unnecessary. So keeping smooth, staying low, and watching our feet will get through our burpees pretty well.
Hopefully we'll get through those.
You'll get there.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Talking about the snatches again. The snatches they're going to be tough. Typically, we don't see this stuff like this where we have just a single arm snatch for a full set. So it will be a little bit different. It will be for a lot of us who do alternating well. It will be a little bit of a change, but it shouldn't be anything that slows you down as an athlete or in the workout. You should be able to have the technique for the snatch just like you would normally do an alternating one. So looking at our first tip here, keep the dumbbell close, okay? We don't want to swing the dumbbell out in front of our body. We want to make sure the dumbbell stays nice and close to our body, especially when we go down into that bottom position. We'll make sure you're hovering right over the dumbbell, so you're really saving your low back. Tons of hinging here. We can see that. We're going to be hinging up and down, back and forth, over and over and over again. So we want to make sure we minimize how much of our low back that we're using. Second tip is going to be all in the hips, so exploding off of the ground. One thing that I'm already starting to think of right now is in those first 2 sets of 21, most of us, we typically muscle snatch it as we come up, okay? When we get in these later rounds, you might find yourself needing to get back underneath the dumbbell like you would traditionally do a power snatch. So getting the hips up, extending, and using your legs to catch and use your legs as much as possible so you don't have to use all arms. So use the power explosive movement from the hips. And then lastly, it's just gonna be smart sets. You know, for most of us, again, the goal should be unbroken on these snatches, but if you're someone that you're looking at these weights and you're like, man, I typically do like a 20, but my division has a 35 or something like that, break up your set smart. Have a plan going in. So if you're looking at these 21s and you're like, I think I'm gonna do 11 and 10 or 7 and 7, 7. I would not recommend going any more than 3 sets. Keep it 3 sets or less. When we get to these 15s, this is blow and go time. You want to try and make sure you stay unbroken on those 15s and 9s. But if you want to be smart on those 21s, again, the half of the workout is going to be in this first set of the 21s. So if you need to be smart in those first 42 reps, be smart. I think it's 42. Yeah.
Good math.
So I didn't do great in college, guys. But guys, simple, easy, fairly quick. You know, it should be.
It's gonna feel faster than it looks.
It's gonna go fast. Be smart with your sets. Have fun. Cheer everyone on.
Yeah.
Got any last tips?
Yeah. It's just a workout.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, let's just get after it.
Really, after all of the stuff that Derek's programmed, literally the last 2 weeks, this just looks like another day in the gym, right? So we just don't have to do any strength work with it. That's 24.1.
Make it
We'll
seem
see
like the
you on
barging
Saturday,
in.
9
Got my heart no
a.m.
barging
Later.
in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up. Break you in then break you out. In the end we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the show. Part 2 we don't need no pause. Here with Misty we gon' get tipsy. Don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. Ain't no cap, I'm real.